This is Wheaton Freak 976 here with the truth. Now, this is my second part video on capitalism is tyranny and oppression. Now, you will hear the right wing gloat about China and that China had to dump communism, which it really wasn't communism. If it had been communism, there would have been no money, there would have been no government. Anyway. But no matter what they called it, it wasn't capitalism at the time, really. So they dumped it over 20-something years ago, thanks to Milton Friedman, to form capitalism. Now they have the #2 economy in the world. Like I said, before you right-wingers come to this video and spout your crap, and that's what it's going to be, crap, let me tell you something. They have a huge gender gap, inequality in pay, huge gap between the rich and the poor, as usual. Some idiot on the Alona show, not Alona herself, she's awesome, Republican strategist, China is getting out of, there are people that are getting out of poverty thanks to capitalism. Bullshit. Capitalism puts people in poverty. It doesn't get people out. Chile used to be a communist country, or more of a socialist country. When Allende was shot down and killed by Augusto Pinochet, they have been a capitalist system for the last 40 years. They have the second biggest income inequality in the world. Not to mention all the thousands who were killed, arrested, and everything just for their ideology. Again, tyranny and oppression. Wonderful capitalism. Gotta love it. A grandmother who is sick. Maybe she's your grandma. Who knows? Oh, you know, just can't work no more and just wants to enjoy her golden years, but the price of gas has went up. But if she don't run her gas a lot, she could get real sick. Well, they turned the gas off because she couldn't afford to pay it. Capitalism. A woman died here in Indiana a couple years ago because she couldn't afford to pay her gas. So they shut her gas off. She froze to death. That happens because of capitalism. Capitalism is evil. Whereas in socialism and communism, it is about giving workers power. Well, the only difference is in socialism, you're supposed to use government-controlled property to give, you know, the workers the productions and stuff. The workers just control the means of production. In capitalism, or in communism, there is no government. It's just everybody exchanging products and things like that. So, with capitalism, it's all about for profit. America is the last country on earth, well, developed country, that is, that doesn't have universal health care, socialized medicine. My fiance gets free health care. She doesn't have to pay for a doctor visit or something.
Or education.
Or education. She can go to a great... I've seen her college. She sent me a picture of it. It's beautiful. It looks like one of the big universities here. No, it looks better. And yet she don't have to pay a dime for it. Stable family life. That's what causes a lot. I mean, here's again, capitalism causes a lot of our family problems. There would be a lot less divorce in this country if everybody was on more stable ground, economically. Because before everybody used to blame feminism for divorce and everything, there may have been some truth to that. Because, yes, some women, and it happens, to overdid feminism, it happens. But, you know, it may happen still a little bit. But mainly nowadays, it's economics that drives couples to divorce. What kind of values do we want to have as a country? In the new issue of The Nation, The Other America. Look at this picture. This is what capitalism does. A mother with children who can barely feed them, who may be sick and can't get the medicine that she needs. What the hell kind of a system is that? Somebody tell me that. I want to hear some capitalist loon who looks at this damn thing as a religion. You tell me what kind of an ideology lets people starve to death. And of course some idiot told me on a video by Sonny, the former wrestler, yeah, I want to pay for some out-of-work person's health care. That's their first automatic response. They think that's all it is. That there aren't people out there that you can just find a job just like that. Try working at McDonald's and stuff and paying for a bill for your child that may have cancer and stuff. May have leukemia and stuff. May have to get chemotherapy and stuff. So try paying for that on a $7.50 an hour wage. Even with both parents working. Try paying for it. And of course, if you don't have the money, I'm sure the big insurance companies would give a child a free surgery, wouldn't they? No. Worldwide, 5 million children die. Thousands die here in America alone because they couldn't afford to get health insurance. Capitalism is a cancer. It needs to be destroyed. I said, I'm sick of the Occupy Wall Street people who apologize for capitalism. I'm sick of Cenk Uygur on the Young Turks apologizing for capitalism. Stop it. Don't apologize for this cancer. Get rid of it. We should not be like this. 47 million. Think about that. 47 million people, Americans, remain or at below the poverty line. Look at it. 25% African Americans and Latinos, 12% Asian, 10% whites. And believe me, that's a big number for all races. We're all in this.
And you can forget about charities and churches. Just ask Ron Paul.
Yeah, Ron Paul's assistant died. And he got $4,000 in charitable donations.
How much was his doctor bill?
$400,000.
Why, Mike, if charity and churches only paid $4,000, who paid for the rest?
The taxpayer, Sean. I'm glad you said that. The taxpayer. So when you're like, I don't pay no higher tax for no goddamn government-run health care, you're going to pay the taxes anyway, dumbass, for somebody dying, and then the funeral and the medical expenses of trying to save this person, you're going to pay for it anyway.
Who do you think pays for the ambulance and taking someone to the emergency room when they don't have money and can't pay for it? The taxpayers. So what the hell is the difference between them getting Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and welfare? The taxpayers pay for it either way.
Yes. And at least with food stamps and stuff like that, they could probably get the help that they needed, and then you wouldn't even have to pay for the funeral. Oh yes? You'd have to pay for the taxes on the funeral on top of the help. So you'd be saving a little bit more money by just keeping them alive.
And on your paycheck, you only put out what? Every millionaire's paycheck takes $5 out to pay for welfare and food stamps. How much do you pay for emergency room visits and stuff like that? Probably thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the $5.
So think about that. Capitalism does not lift people out of poverty. Capitalism is a for-profit ideology. I have something in my eye, damn. I had something in my eye earlier when I tried to film it. Anyway. What brought senior citizens out of poverty? 2/3 of them. Social Security and Medicare. Here's the difference. You don't get, or not guaranteed money in capitalism. Under Social Security and Medicare, you're guaranteed every month